Okay, what is up guys? So today I thought I'd go through a 1 to 5 USD CAD trade that I marked up yesterday, and since my Instagram, a few people asked me why I decided to take a trade there. So I'm going to go through the analysis behind it and why we decided to take the trade. I'll also show you the before markup so that you can actually see that I did send it before it actually happened and this isn't just on bar replay. So if we get into the trade now, and I'll show you how we caught it. Alright guys, so before we get into this breakdown, let me just put the before clip right here. There was the before clip, so now let's get into why I decided to actually mark up and take this trade. So starting with the 4 hour on a clean chart, you can see that we've kind of been in this descending bearish trend on the higher time frame for quite a while. We did come into this sort of area here and had a little bit of a reaction. However, price then came into this very nice area of 4 hour supply. This one had already been mitigated, but what I noticed was that price wicked above this initial tap and then started to move down and have a second reaction to it. So the area was still valid for me, as I saw this area as an inducement. So price takes liquidity, then it goes in the opposite direction. And on the lower time frames, what we did at this point was simply mark up the most recent area of demand and most recent structure point where we wanted to see price break in order to take this trade. So overnight, I had this level here marked up. If you've seen my previous video about changes of character, by the way, you'll know what I mean. Change of character. If you haven't, go watch that video. It's the video prior to this one. So I was waiting for this level to break and I wanted to see a clean closure below it. I didn't want to see a wick below. At this point here, we had a wick below, but at this point in the trade wasn't valid for me. I wanted to see a close below, which we got later on right here at around 9 o'clock yesterday. So at this point, we started to look for possible entries on this trade. And the only level that was actually valid for me was this one all the way up here. I didn't see any other areas unless price broke this structure here. Then we could have looked for other areas. But since price was holding this structure and we weren't forming any lower lows and lower highs, I had this level marked out. The reason being, we have all of this liquidity here. And if we get rid of this level, one sec, just to make it cleaner, you can see that this is a very nice area of supply. Single buy candle before we had this impulsive move down, and it also left this inefficient area up here just above liquidity. So we have multiple different confluences to enter from this area. So after that, all we did was simply set the buy sell limit with a stop loss slightly above in case price wanted to wick it out for a third time. And levels that I was looking to target, we have this area of demand here, just below all of this liquidity. So that was my first target, but my overall target for USD CAD for the rest of this week is this inefficient area of 2 hour and 4 hour demand that we haven't yet tested. This was the level that I was looking for buys off originally, once we broke this high here, but we never pulled back to it. So I still see this level being retested at some point because it is an inefficient area of demand, and overall we are bearish. So it is highly probable that that level will get retested sometime soon. But for our first target, I was happy with a 1 to 5 at this level here. And if we play price now, you can see once we tapped in, we had an initial reaction. Price came up, took the last bit of liquidity, then broke structure to the downside. And then at 7 o'clock that night, we did actually have the Powell speech, which meant that price literally just melted straight to the take profit. And we didn't really have to wait that long for this trade to play out. I think it was about 2 hours. Yeah, pretty much in this 1 2 hour candle. And then once price hit our take profit, it impulsively moved to the upside. What I didn't see at the time was that we have had this further break of structure. Price is overall bearish. So this impulsive move up was simply to come and retest this area of supply created by the move down. It's also inefficient, and that is where price reacted from. So depending on when this video is up, I'm going to explain what I'm looking for the rest of this week, because we have now, as you see, if we go to current price, we have actually had a further break of structure at this level here, showing me that price maybe wants to continue further down into this level here. Where price is reacting from at the moment, it doesn't really have any reason to flip trend here, because this level had already been mitigated, so it's literally just reacting from a previous area of liquidity. What I also see in a premium of the current leg of the trend, we have this area of supply. We get rid of these ones just to make it more clearer. We have this area here, which was the Asian range. So this level is at the moment getting liquidated. And we obviously have this clean area of supply in a premium of the current leg, and it created inefficiencies. So we could see something like this. Bit of a bigger stop loss on this one, but we've already secured 5% on this trade, so it doesn't really matter. We're just playing with the profits at the moment. And again, we would be targeting this level down here for around 3.6% extra. If you wanted a tighter stop on this trade, you could obviously wait for a confirmation entry. So we'd want to see price do something like this. So that is what I'm seeing for today and the rest of this week. By the time this video is up, this may have already played out, which will be interesting to see, because hopefully I can get this right, and then you guys can see that the trade was marked up live and actually played out. But if not, stop loss onto the next trade, doesn't really matter. So yeah, if you found this video useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment whether you've caught any trades this week and on what pairs. If you want to copy all of these trades, I send them live for free to my signals group, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. And if you want to learn more in depth about how I trade and my profitable system, you can also join the membership, which is in the link in the description box below. So I'll see you guys in the next video.